You already know what it is. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Reporting from the beautiful, absolutely beautiful South Beach, Miami South Beach, right here at the Eden Rock, where I have actually another 5K to run in about 2 hours. And this saying that in itself brings me to what I want to talk to you guys today about. You know, when it comes to this whole optional thing, the word optional, and I know I have an audience of a lot of young athletes who tell me and say and think that they want to play at the next level, want to play college ball, all that kind of stuff, want a Division I scholarship, the whole thing. Let me just give you a quick story in terms of to tell you exactly what it's going to be like. The word optional, like I could have decided to skip my run today because I knew I had a 5K to run in about 2 hours, but the word optional has always been a little fuzzy to me, and here's why, all right? When it was my last year at Stony Brook, my last season. Yeah, it was my last, I want to say, I don't remember if it was I was at Stony Brook for 2 seasons, and I don't remember if it was my first or my second season. But one of the years, the NCAA came up with some sort of a rule. I can't remember what it was, but you can only practice a certain amount of hours a week. So you can only be doing team-related stuff for a certain amount of hours a week and all that kind of stuff. And what happened was that those hours cut into what was normally the weight room time. Normally we had to lift, I believe it was like 3 days a week or something like that. And because of the NCAA and all that kind of stuff, they couldn't, they weren't allowed to make us lift for that amount of time, make us go into the weight room for that amount of time or whatever it was. So here's what happened. They put, as we left practice, they put the workout. They said, everyone, the weight room, you have after practice, you go to the workout, you go to lift or whatever, and they put the word, Coach P put the word optional, right? He put the word optional. He said the lift is optional today, right? Now, there were a group of athletes that I actually did go to the optional workout. Luckily, and it was a good thing I did, because here's what happened. The players that didn't go to this optional workout, the players that didn't go to this optional workout, the next day got punished when it was actually required for us to go. These athletes, they got punished. They got put through some nasty workout where, you had cats throwing up. They pushed them really, really hard. So the next day after practice, Coach P looks at all of us. He goes, hey, you know that the requirement is for us to lift 3 days a week. A lot of you guys who've been here know that the requirement is to lift 3 days a week, all right? And the NCAA has now made it so we can't technically make you guys work out 3 days a week or make you guys lift 3 days a week or whatever it is. And you could see it in his face that he said, yeah, we're saying it's optional, but go ahead and do the optional thing and see what happens, all right? And that, my friend, is the biggest difference. I wouldn't even say, when it comes to the difference between the committed folks and the folks that have played in high school and the folks that went on to play in the collegiate level, is that you're around coaches who know exactly what is, they don't necessarily worry about the rules so much. There's always ways around the rules, and they're well intended. As you can see, that little loophole that he made in the rules has helped me in so many ways, because now, no matter what it is, I know, and I tell people, hold on real quick, I tell people all the time now, even when I do my 5Ks, I say, look, if I don't get my run in before about 8 a.m. or before 7 a.m. or whatever it is, then I don't feel right. So if the 5K is after that time, then I'll be just running twice that particular morning, because that's just my mindset. That's where I'm at with it. And it's because of experiences just like the one I just shared with you. All right. So it's important for you guys to understand that this translates, like everything I talk about, it translates a great deal in your work life and your experience and whatever it is you're hoping to do. Understand that the extra mile, going the extra mile, making sure you're having your systems, your standards in place, and then you start to see these incredible things happen for you when you put your standards in place. All right, you have to hold yourself into high standards. All right, no one's going to do it for you, because the rules in many ways sometimes can be shackles and things of that nature. All right, as always, if you are listening to this on the Move Swiftly podcast, make sure you hit that little follow button. If you have not yet heard about the Move Swiftly podcast, make sure you go find it, subscribe, and tune in. It comes out 5 days a week. Also, makeyourmove.com. That's my main website. That's where you can get Swiftly. That's where you can get Make Your Move. That's where you can get the 6-Figure Athlete. That's where you can get the Move Swiftly coloring book, all 4 of the books, and a bunch of Plus LY merch. Make sure you shop till you drop. Also, the most important thing are the ROI hiring seminars that happen at the end of every month, and the Move Swiftly seminars in which we find the right employee and the right employer, making that match, cracking the code for making that match. We went out there, Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.